Hello everyone. I welcome you all for today's webinar on lockdown ergonomics by Dr. Dimple Harsh Modi, organized under Global Association of Physiotherapy. Myself, Dr. Prerna Gadge, host moderator for today's webinar. I am holding a post of treasurer in Women's Wing Maharashtra Global Association of Physiotherapy, working as a consultant physiotherapist in CSIR NIRI, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, National Environment Engineering Research Institute at Nagpur. I introduce you all to the speaker of today's webinar, Dr. Dimple Harsh Modi, who is the Vice President, Women's Wing, Maharashtra Global Association Physiotherapy. She has done her master's in neuro, practicing since 10 years, previously working in Apollo Indore for 3 years, then assistant professor in R.D. Gardi Medical College, Ujjain for 2 years. And after that, she settled in Mumbai, running clinic with name Swasth Health since 6 years in Dahisar, Mumbai. I welcome you, ma'am. Just few lines on today's topic. Ma'am, I cannot hear you.
Now,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Just a few lines on today's topic, lockdown ergonomics. Ergonomic is more relevant now than ever. It is a positive relationship between man and machine because better employee health always means better productivity for a company. During lockdown, many of us have been working from home and are exposed to moderate to severe musculoskeletal pain in neck, upper limb, and lower limb and lower back. Work-related musculoskeletal disorder can be prevented by ergonomics that is safe and healthful workplace for the worker. I now request Dr. Dimple Harsh Modi to start with the presentation. I request all participants please mute yourself and write your questions in the chat box. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prerna, for the lovely introduction. Now, shall we discuss with the lockdown ergonomics? It's a very important and keen topic you come across because everybody is suffering from backache and neck pain and elbow pain. Many women are coming to my clinic regarding this problem. Many IT workers, students, even students, small kids are suffering from some or the other kind of pain. So why there is a sudden rise in such kind of pain? So we shall discuss with all these topics now. I'll share my screen. Can you see? Prerna?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
It's visible. So first we will discuss what is ergonomics. Everybody is talking about ergonomics now, eco-friendly, ergonomic table, ergonomic mouse, ergonomic keyboard, ergonomic desk, ergonomic washing machine, ergonomic your mixers. Everybody in advertising like this kind of. So we'll discuss what is ergonomics. It's simple, fitting the job to the worker. What does it mean, fitting the job to the worker? It means it should be user friendly. So we can maximize our use while doing any work and we can smartly act. So it's very simple. Ergo is work and nomics means rules or laws. It is the law of work. So we have to design the job to fit the worker instead forcing the worker to fit the job. If you are forcing the worker to fit the job, worker in this place be anybody like an IT professional, a woman working in her home, a kid studying, or any other person who is doing any or kind of job. like reading newspaper, operating mobile, operating laptop, doing kitchen work, washing clothes. Okay, so the design of the structure should be such like that it should be we are able to do the work very easily. Not we are forcing ourselves to work very difficulty to do the work and taking long hours to do that work. And after completing that work, we feel like very exhausted. So the job should fit the worker. Okay. In this picture, you can see how the daddy is bending forward to hold the hand of the kid. So it is not easy for again and again to bend like this. Okay. So this is just a meme. So you can think like if your computer screen is too down and you are too long to bend, like continuously bending for 6 to 8 hours, so what after that you will affect on your back and neck. You can think about that. So why it is important to have a good ergonomic conditions? It makes the job safer by preventing injury and illness, make the job easier by adjusting the job to the worker, make the job more pleasant by reducing physical and mental stress, and obviously save money in the form of reducing the doctor's visits, reducing the number of medications, painkillers, balms, whatever you are applying, release spray again and again, going to for a massage, mental relaxation. Okay, so what are the factors that affects the ergonomic? Number one is environmental conditions, and second are the physical stresses. What are the environmental factors? Environmental factors are if there is excessive noise, improper lighting, extreme temperatures, and a sick building syndrome. Excessive noise in the form of like if you are working with loud noises, hearing music continuously, or where your home is located, there is a lot of noise. Improper lighting. Why lighting is important while working on a laptop or a mobile or a computer? If the light is coming from your front, it directly stresses your eye. So the always the lighting should be from the back side. Okay. And temperature. If you are sitting continuously in ACs, so it creates an excessive contraction of the muscles. The muscles goes under easily fatigue and tightness, and you develop a sick building syndrome. Sick building syndrome is like you are bending forward with protruded shoulders. What are the physical stresses? Physical stresses are on joints, muscles, nerves, tendons, and bones. Like if your keyboard is very, if you're not using keyboard with your laptop, then what happens? You have to continuously strain your wrist and the elbow for doing work. Your shoulders are also under great strain while doing that work. So it creates complex situations like cumulative trauma disorders. Uh, these are like patients come with cervical spondylosis. The pain is radiating to the elbows and hands and fingers. The fingers get numb, and which causes a repetitive strain injuries also. So how does that cumulative disorders appear? It appears like with the periods of weeks, months, or years. It doesn't appear like in days. If you are working for 2 days continuously with forward posture, you will not create that kind of disorder. But after a long period of working like improper, incorrect postures, you create a cumulative disorder. Then it creates trauma to the nerves, tissues, and tendons. We develop tenosynovitis, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, epicondylitis, subacromial impingement syndrome. This kind of disorders patients come with. So, this all are the musculoskeletal disorders. And this is mainly if we take care of our ergonomic postures like the sitting arrangement, or we can increase the safety and productivity of the work is also increased. So examples of Cumulative trauma disorders are carpal tunnel syndrome, epicondylitis, tenosynovitis, bursitis. So why does it happen? It happens because of repetitions, awkward positions or pushes, excessive pressure or force, and vibration. What are the risk factors? Like we are constantly typing, hours of filing day after day, stamping dozens of papers, frequent lifting, repeated motions with computer mouse, leaning forward at your desk, typing with wrist at an odd angle, raising shoulders while typing. So how this strain occurs? If you hold your mouse like this, the picture in this, you are seeing the elbow is under continuous strain. So after few months, you will find that the patient will complain of a severe elbow pain while even straightening his elbow. And if there are a lot of calls and patient is holding the telephone like this or the mobile phone like this, he'll develop a trapezius spasm. So what are the simple ways to get rid of all these kinds of pain? So you should maintain a natural S curve at your spine. What is the S curve? This is the cervical curve and lumbar curve. So you should have a good S curve at your spine. So maintain a proper pillow at your lower back and proper back support. Upper back should be supported to the chair and your feet should be rested on the footrest. The elbow should be at comfortable angle while hanging at the sides from the shoulder. The shoulders should remain relaxed in lowered position while typing. This should be kept in mind while you're typing, because if your shoulders are under continuous strain while you're typing, like if your keyboard is little up, so you have to continuously raise your shoulder to reach the level for typing. So it will create a continuous strain around your neck muscles, around neck, and possibly you will get a chest pain also and upper back pain also. So it should not be too low and it should not be too high. It should be in the perfect position so that your shoulders are in the neutral position. How should your mouse should be? This is also an incorrect position you are seeing in the picture. That in first picture you can see that the angle between the palm and the forearm is very more. And in second picture, you can see how that angle is twisted. So what should be the correct position? That your forearm and the wrist should be in the same line. It should be in the neutral position. What should you use while using a keyboard? You should get a proper wrist support so that your wrists are not in the strained position. Keyboard position at the elbow height and flat. Avoid contact stress while typing. Use proper posture and keying technique. Your arms should float over the keyboard as if playing a piano. It should not be like strained while typing. You should not force your fingers or tap the keys too hardly so that it continuously creates a strain in your finger muscles. These are the R. So how in the first picture you can see how it is the wrist is bending. Middle one is the good position, and what you can use for the best position, that your wrist is supported. The keyboard should be slightly lower than the normal desk height. If it is not low enough, try raising your chair height. Prevent your legs from dangling by using a footrest. Keep home row of keys at elbow level. Adjust your chair. Always adjust your chair. Don't adjust your body to do the work. So what should be kept in mind while using your desktop? Your eye should be at the screen level, at the top of the screen level. Your elbows should bend like 90 to 120 degree, and a proper hand rest should be there so that your forearm is supported to the hand rest, and your wrist should rest on the wrist pad. You should always invest in your good keyboard and a wrist pad and a mouse pad. Your thighs should be properly supported. It should not, your popliteal fossa should not impinge to the chair. So continuously again, if you are very close to your chair and your popliteal angle is forcing the chair height, so it can impinge the inside the nerves, it can impinge and you will have tingling numbness in your legs also. So there should be at least 1 to 2 inch of gap between the chair and the popliteal fossa. Your foot should be supported on the chair footrest, and the chair backrest should be inclined at least 10 to 20 degrees so that you can properly take a good back support. Do not pound the keys. Use a light touch. Use two hands to perform double key operations like Control C or Alt F instead of twisting one hand to do it. Position frequently used equipment so that you don't have to reach it. So what this picture indicates, it indicates so whatever you need frequently, the things you require most frequently should be near, and the things that you don't require occasionally, it should be little far. So you don't have to strain again and again your back muscles to reach the things. Place monitor in front of you, not off an angle. Okay, so you should always sit in front of your desktop or laptop. You should not you should not twist your body to reach or to see your laptop screen. Take lot of breaks to stretch and relax. After every 30 minutes of working on screen, you should relax at least for 10 to 20 seconds, like relaxations in the form of doing any neck exercise up and down and right and left, or stretching your back muscles, neck muscles, or simply standing and walking, or take bio breaks. Hold mouse lightly. You should hold your mouse very lightly. It should be very gentle. Keep your hands and arms warm. When should you pay attention to your body? If your neck hurts at work, examine your body positions to try to figure out what is causing the soreness. Are you holding your neck at an awkward angle while you type or talk on the phone? You should see. So what are the vision related work habits? Always follow 20-20 rule. As I said before, after every 20 minutes of 20 to 30 minutes of working on laptop, you should take at least 10 to 20 seconds of break. Blink and refocus your eyes regularly. Keep your monitor screen clean. Regular vision care. After every 6 months, you should have an eye checkup. When should you see a doctor? When you find that you have tingling or numbness in your hands or fingers, if you have pain in your fingers, wrist, elbow, and it is coming to the arms and forearms, you're finding you have loss of strength and coordination in hands, you find discomfort while doing any work, you have night pain, you have back pain, you should consult a doctor. So what should you do? Sorry, but what about headaches? Most of the people, when they are working with their screen, long hours or screen hours, so they have headache and eye strain. So it results in dry eyes, monitor glare, and you feel a tired eye muscles. So what should you do to prevent from the eye strain? Position monitor at the comfortable distance. Avoid glare. Glare, how we can avoid? You should have a proper lighting. As I said before, the lighting should be from the behind. It should not come from the front. because if it comes from front, it will directly fatigue your eye muscles. Adjust your VDT brightness and contrast. What is VDT? It is a video display terminal. Prolonged visual interaction with display content causes eye and muscular fatigue and deterioration. The effect of exposure on users to the extremely low frequency radiation that emanates from the VDTs. Keep screen clear of dust. Look up and away few minutes or so. So what are the ergonomic products available in the market? They are keyboards, rest, mouse pads, chair, adjustable desk, clear screen. So you should invest in your this products. So you and why to invest in your doctor's visits? If you invest in this kinds of products, you will have maximum benefit. And you will get rid from painkillers and other medications. So the persons who are having long hours of talking on phone, you should use a good headsets. You should go for the sit to stand workstations. It will create a maximum effect in your body and you will reduce the chances of fatigue and discomfort, which are associated with long hours of sitting. So how you should lift? This is for the people who are working from home or women. Because of improper lifting, it causes muscle strains in their back, ligament strain, and there are increased number of intervertebral disc herniation, slip disc prolapse, abdominal hernias. So what you should keep in mind while lifting any object, you should always bend your knees like the picture you have seen. One man is standing with straightened knees and one man is bending his knees while lifting the object. So you should always bend your knee while picking up any object. Even if it is a hanky, you should always bend your knee. Plan ahead. Clear pathway to ensure safe path is the load too heavy or carry by yourself. Get help. Always take help if you are not able to do. And even if you are able to do, don't try to lift heavy object by yourself. It can cause anything, abdominal hernia or slip disc. Maybe that time you will not feel anything. After few months or years, you will feel that there is something coming out from the body. Like there are now increased chances of prolapse. Women are facing increased chances of prolapse because we are having like cesarean sections. The abdominal muscles are weak. There is increased Turner's activity. You are not having those kind of exercises those ladies were doing before. So what are the proper lifting techniques? Keep your feet shoulder width apart, squat down, bend at knees and hips, keep back straight, chest out, shoulders back, hold load close to the body, close to the center of mass. Use feet to change direction. Do not twist your body. So how should you use your phones or laptops? You can see the first picture, the girl standing. If you're bending your neck too much, you are increasing the strain in your neck muscles. And in this other picture, you can see how the center of alignment is in the plane position and the neck is in erect position. Even if you're sitting on the sofa and using your mobile or laptop, you should not bend your neck. You should sit comfortably, take proper back support at the back and increase the height of the screen by using any pillows or table. Yeah, if you have heard about text neck syndrome, there are now increased chances of neck pain, cervical spondylosis, muscular strains, disc herniation because of the continuous and the long usage of mobile phones. So stand up straight, your humanity is at stake. You can see in the picture how much strain is increasing while you bend your neck. At 0 degree, it's 12 lb. At 15 degree bending, it is 27 lb. At 30 degree bending, 40 lb. 45 degree bending, 49 lb. And 60 degree bending, 60 lb. So you can think how much the small neck has to bear for long hours. So what devices you can use for the good ergonomics? Like a keyboard with a good wrist rest, a good table, adjustable table, so that you can increase or decrease the size of, increase or decrease the length of the height. You can see this picture. If your height is long, the screen should be little long. These are the ergonomic mouses now easily available in the market. Thank you. I've finished with this presentation. If you have any doubts related to this or any questions, we can discuss. One thing I left, I can discuss with this. The exercises what in 2020 break rule we can do. So what you can advise the patients, if any patient is coming to you with neck pain or back pain, you are giving 20-25 exercises. So no one can do all these exercises at a time. So what you can do, you can prescribe them like after every 30 minutes, you do at least 1 or 2 exercises for 1 or 2 repetitions. Only for 1 or 2 repetitions. That will create a wonderful effect. Because if I tell him to do 5 exercises 20 times, he'll get bored and he will not do anything. So it's better ask him to take 30 minutes break. 30 minutes of walking, 10 seconds of break. In 10 seconds, he can do 2 exercises for 2 repetitions. Like first time I will tell him to do just neck up and down. Okay. Then side bending, then shoulders up and down, then protraction, retraction, then moving his shoulders clockwise and anti-clockwise. While prescribing these exercises, you should always tell them that your elbow should point towards the ceiling. Many patients are coming to me that they are doing all these exercises in yoga also, but when I ask them to do that, they simply demonstrate like this. They are doing 100 times like this and 100 times like this, but they are not having any effect. So when you tell them to do stretch up, like pointing your elbows to the ceiling, it creates a maximum effect. It will create a good stretching of the chest muscles also and the upper back muscles also. You should tell them to do like this, protraction. Okay. You should tell them to stretch like upside up. Stretch your arms out. With chair, they can simply hold the chair back seat and go forward like this. Okay. They can hold the chair sideways and stretch their neck sideways also. This all exercises they can do, and eye muscles movement also they can do. They can see here and there. Okay, or simply take bio breaks, drink a lot of water, have a good nutritious food, because exercise is important, but with that, if hydration is lacking, because if they are sitting in continuous AC, that is also impacts our body muscles. So the hydration and nutrition along with exercises gives a wonderful effect in overall health of the individual. Thank you. Dr. Prerna, I have completed. So any questions in chat box?
Any questions?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So I'll complete. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dimple Modi, for today's webinar on lockdown ergonomics. Certainly, by making different changes, we can avoid the musculoskeletal disorders. And thank you for showing different exercises that can be done while working. And thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.